Hi, my name is John Stevenson, the Guaranteed Retirement Guy, and I want to talk to you about gifting annuities. And they're really popular right now to do that because people are trying to kind of reduce their estate because they want to reduce their estate taxes, right? So let's talk about gifting annuities, maybe the rules and just guidelines you should think about before doing so. There's a lot of things to consider. Obviously, when people gift annuities, it's a gift, right? So you can't just try to sell it to someone for $1, and it's got to be, if you're going to transfer or sell it to a company that's buying annuities, that's one thing, and they have to give you something reasonable in return. So if you're just giving it to someone for $1, someone who's in your family, that is still considered a gift, okay? Because that's not a reasonable consideration. And I say that because a lot of people are giving away their annuities to family members and to friends because they want to reduce their estate tax owed if they pass away. Now, the other thing to remember is when you gift an annuity, there is a 3-year exclusion rule. So basically that means if you die within 3 years of gifting your annuity, it's still considered taxable under your estate. Okay, so don't die. All right. The other thing to consider is if you want to move this into a trust. You can do so, but it has to be an irrevocable trust, which means you can't have control over it. Okay, so a lot of times when people put these into a trust and they want to draw on income, it's still based off the annuitant. The annuitant is never the trust, right? Because the trust can never die. And so it's always based off the life expectancy of the annuitant. Now, with qualified annuities, you can still do transfers, but you have to make sure that it's done correctly. You have to consult your tax professional because if it's done incorrectly, you can have some major tax consequences. Because again, this is money that you put in pre-tax. Usually if it's sitting in an IRA, you want them, and maybe you want to gift it to someone else. The IRS still wants their money, right? And so you have to make sure you do that correctly. With a non-qualified annuity, maybe just an annuity that you purchased with cash or brokerage money, something outside of a qualified account like an IRA or 401k, that transfer is usually a lot more simple. You just contact the insurance company and tell them, hey, I want to gift this to someone else, and they'll give you the paperwork to basically transfer ownership. Now, keep in mind, this non-qualified annuity, even though it has grown tax-deferred, okay, it's still subject to any taxes on the gain. What do I mean by that? Well, if you are trying to gift a non-qualified annuity to your son and your daughter, or just a sibling perhaps, and it was worth $500,000 when you set it up, and maybe it's worth $600,000. Okay, well, it's a non-qualified annuity, and yes, it is being transferred to their name, but because it has a gain of $100,000, there will be tax consequences to them. Okay, now that's different than a 1035 transfer from one non-qualified annuity to another non-qualified annuity. You can do that as long as you're the owner, and that'll stay tax deferred. There will be no tax consequences. Okay, so I'm just talking about gifting the annuity. I'm talking about actually giving it to someone else. So right now there's an annual tax exclusion of $14,000 per year, and I know in some cases that can be accelerated, and so that will affect obviously the amount that you can transfer without having any sort of tax consequences on that. So again, talk to your tax advisor about this because there are different rules for these, and it varies by state. So it's not as simple as just watching this video and saying, all right, well, here's what I can do for this type of annuity. Here's what I can do for that type of annuity. You need to talk to your tax advisor to determine what is best. Also, if you are looking to just maybe exchange this, or maybe you're thinking about cashing it out, maybe it's an old annuity that's out of its surrender charge period and there are no charges to get it out. And you're thinking, hey, I'd like to cash this out, or I'd like to maybe look for another annuity replacement and then make it into, put it into the name of the person that I'm gifting this to, then maybe you should book a call with me. I'd be happy to go over that with you, and we can look at the top annuity options as far as a replacement. There is a link below this video, and that'll go right into my calendar. We can chat. So yeah, if you're looking for top annuities, you're looking for top income or top just rates of return, I show everything, okay, regardless of what I'm being paid. I think that's important. Transparency is important, and I'd love to work with you. So again, thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.